All right, everyone, welcome back to Urban Rush. If you are at their concert, you are one of the lucky people. That's right, man. It's the 1,000-yard stare all the way. Fiona's met these two boys before. This is my first time meeting
Well, Michael,
them.
this is Gilby and Lukas, of course, of Rockstar Supernova. You have to check out one of their shows or pick up their album. How are you guys?
Well, great. Good, man.
Good.
Good. First question, I think, is how have the Canadian dates been for you guys? You've done Toronto and Montreal. How's the hometown for you?
Ridiculous. Crazy. Oh, yeah, the first one was in Toronto. I was just telling, we were just talking about it, 15-minute standing ovation for me.
Was that the Massey Hall?
Choked up and that, yeah, it was crazy, amazing, man.
Gilby, does that ever get old for you? You know, when you have that reaction at the end of a show and everybody gets up and just gives her?
No, never. I mean, this is why we do this, you know. We just, you know, we're musicians. We want to make the best record we could, and then we want people to clap afterwards. Yeah!
Be yourself, and not somebody else. It might take some little effort, or maybe it's a little help, but you can't figure it out. If not, just do what everybody else does.
We do this for the live show. This is our reward, you know. Yeah.
What was I reading, Lukas? I think you said you'd play for beer and cigarettes for the, you know, so.
That wasn't us.
I paid for empty beer bottles. You know?
There you go.
Now, of course, the making of the first album was a little bit unorthodox because of the television show and the way you guys recorded it. So what is it going to be like for the next album? Are you doing writing on the road or planning anything out as you're going?
Yeah, there's always ideas floating around, man. But we've been really busy just trying to get everything tight on the road and that, because we just got together. And but there's a lot of ideas floating around. I'm sure Gilby has some in his back pocket.
Oh yeah.
And it'll be a lot heavier, I think.
Even if you're so young, you've never seen a limousine. Well, you're gonna one day. Just remember, never gets.
Of course, your first show was on New Year's Eve, and you guys just, like, that's pretty much the first time people really got to see you guys play, aside from the two of you the last time you were in town. What has it been like gelling, like how the chemistry's been going together as you guys have been moving along?
Great. I mean, it's happened like it should happen in any band, you know. The more you play, the more you feed off each other, the more you learn each other's space on stage and so forth. It's been really rad.
Is that what the road's for in rock and roll, Gilby, in a way? I mean, it's like a sports team, you know, when you get away from home, you get away from the comforts and the boys bond. Is that what happens?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, for us, this is our reward, is get to play this live. And, you know, this was very unorthodox, the way we put this together. You know, none of us have done anything like this before. So we really have to get to know each other. You know, we know each other as people, but as musicians, it takes a little while to develop that and find out, you know, what our strengths are. You know, what we do good and what are we not doing so well. Yeah. So, you know, it took a few, you know, we had to knock them out under our belt and stuff, but now we're on a roll.
So how does it feel when you really start understanding what it's like to play with the guys, when you start appreciating the nuances of the musical relationship and everything else? How does that feel when it starts coming together?
That's magic. That's musical magic, and that's what we're here for. You know, I mean, to me, the best thing about a band is when you look at each other and you work off of each other. That's what makes magic, and you know, that's what we're putting out there every night when we play. You know, we love this record, man. We put a lot of work into it, and the fans have been great. You know, we've had some real special shows.
Lukas, how you feeling, man? Have you ever been on a tour of this size and this scale before?
No, I'm surprised I'm still alive.
I'm surprised you guys are still alive after Vegas. Nobody ever lives through that.
we have like 6 more shows before we go back to LA, and it's went by so quick.
It really has. I mean, I was just talking with Dave Navarro just about a half an hour ago about this, like, wow, we only got a few more shows left. Yeah. It really did go fast, you know?
But we're coming back around.
Do you give them some advice on the road? I mean, not that you're totally new to this, obviously, you know, you've had a long history in music, but I mean, every now and then when it comes to touring, it really is a bit of a battle.
No, I gotta tell you, we did. I mean, one thing that we noticed from Lukas being on the show is he's one of us, you know, and that really hit home with us, you know, and we just want him to have fun. You know, we're having a blast, and we're having a blast watching him go through all this, you know, and it's fun.
Are you having fun, Lukas?
Oh, yeah. I got all my limbs, so I'm doing something right.
Oh, man, well, that's a crazy thing. I mean, when you think about the situation that you ended up in, and you look at the guys that you've managed to surround yourself with, I mean, you can't be musically in a really better place, I don't think, than learning from some of the best.
Absolutely, man. Crash course. You know? But I've been doing it for like 16 years, man. I don't think they would have wanted anybody they had to teach anything to.
Yeah.
You know, I've always known what I'm doing in music, and it's fairly cut and dry. And either you got it or you don't.
Yeah. Well, you look at the album, and you got tunes on there, and your writing has always been a huge part of who you are and what you do, right?
Yeah, man.
And that's what's great about rock and roll is there are no rules, you know. So even when we don't do it so well, hey, too bad, you know. That's the way it is, you know.
Now, fans are going to be treated tonight to not just you guys, but also Toby's here, Delana's here, and Dave Navarro's band is here as well. How much chaos has been on this tour with all of you guys?
Behind the scenes.
You answer that.
Well, I gotta tell you, I mean, it really is. We keep using the word fun, but it's like, you know, we go down to catering and we see everybody, you know, and we go out, you know, on the days off and stuff. It really has been fun. There really has been no trouble. I mean, we create a little trouble every time we go somewhere, but I mean, it's been pretty smooth so far.
Now, do you guys know what you're going to do on your set for Vancouver? Do you always know before a show, or do you just figure it out as you go?
Well, no, we do have a set list, you know, and we put it together like a good hour or so before. We've pretty much figured out the songs that work, the songs that don't work, you know, at this point. You know, that was what the first few weeks were for, was learning what worked and what didn't work, you know.
What's the fan favorite? Which is the one people go to the craziest over?
Wow, they like a lot, you know, they go, Headspin they like, they like Be Yourself. They like the ones that they're familiar with, you know. Bittersweet Symphony goes over really well. We bring out string players in every city, you know, and for that in Fuse, and they respond to that really well.
It's always so close, then you pull it away. And if it goes, then it goes astray. And what are you left with?
Now, you teased people a little bit. You said you were going to be back. Do you guys have definite plans to come back through Vancouver or through Canada, or are you allowed to say anything yet?
Yeah.
We're working on it.
If you guys want us to come back, we'll come back, man.
Well, I'm sure people will be cheering loudly tonight. If you are lucky enough to have tickets to the show at the Queen Elizabeth, you'll be here. And if you don't, well, you won't. And you'll just have to get them next time around. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thanks for taking the time, buddy.